Hey folks, Papa Boris here, playing some more Altered TCG. I think we are nearing the end of this series. Let me know if you feel differently, but I'm going to finish up my trip around the horn, and then we'll call it a day. Let's see if we can get another win with overpowered Ordis. Excuse me. We're up against Lyra the Gambler. Okay, what do we got here? Well, let's see. We have a weird hand. So this, I think, is an easy mulligan because it might be a while before we can even use that. I think that keeping this is a little bit too aggressive, so we'll pass that. Got the Joan and the charge combo, but, I mean, are you really going to keep Joan on your opening hand to play on turn 2? Seems a little weird. I guess we'll keep this. It's strange, but we keep charge for the future. Well, hold on. Why keep charge, though? Turn 1 is the cadets. Turn 2 is the spy? God, that feels awful. Yeah, I don't know. That was a bad hand, man. That was not a good opener. So this will put Ordis to the test. I do think the Ordis deck is significantly better than the Lyra deck. So, you know, this keeps things kind of fair. Not much I can do here. It's not good that I'm first, because the issue is that I can, like, play the cadets here, but they're not that many stats. It's just 2-2-1. That can be beaten. Of course, if that is beaten, is it likely that they'll also beat my token? Yeah, we'll still just do this here. It's not the greatest opening play, but I think I'm still likely to move in one lane, and they'll move in one lane. But, oh my god, do I have something? Hang on. Oh, jeez. Let me fix this in the menu thing. There we go. I mean, the safer play would have just been to go here to make it very likely that both of us move in one lane. What's the advantage of splitting? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of asking for a lot that somehow there would be a way that I would move in 2 lanes or something. Okay, so that's an interesting move by my opponent. They are living true in the gambling spirit. If this does not roll the 2/3 odds, then my token actually gets to move against Esmeralda here. Okay, they got all in, which is actually pretty good against Ordis, because Ordis isn't super big on removal, so you can get just a lot of boosts on one character. Now, as a 1-drop, are they going to get to move in this lane? I don't think they have the 2 water 1-drop. I forget who has that. Okay, they got the expected outcome, so they are going to move here and block me from moving. And we each move in one lane. And I guess it's actually good I split, because this one... No, the 1-3-3 wouldn't have done it, because I would have moved off of 2 forest. But it was close. I guess that was the thing about putting them in the same place. If they did just have like a random 3-3-3 for 3 or something, that would have actually blocked me from moving and moved them. Okay, so now I gotta make a tough choice about what becomes mana. Do I care about sabotaging either of these things? The thing about sabotage is it just might help my opponent. Like, if my opponent plays 2 things from hand, or like if they play Esmeralda from the supply, their supply is going to be full. I should actually wait on the sabotage. So what I'd want to do is what? 2-4? That means I have to either get rid of the Ordis Trooper or get rid of charge. Neither of which feels good at all. Or I could play this in charge and get rid of the frog. That also seems a little odd. I mean, I could get rid of the spy, but I feel like these sabotage effects are so strong. Okay, I'm going to get rid of charge. It's a good card. It's not great right now, so I am just going to play out my minions and wait and see what happens. So they're playing Tanuki for 3. This is a sabotage to get rid of my thing. Ah, wow, and this has the reserve effect that you have a 50-50 chance of sabotaging again. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right, well, we'll play our... Let's see, what is this? 3-3-0? Okay, so I'll make an annoying move. I'm going to do this. And now, even if they roll a token here, they'll move, but I'll move as well. And hopefully my frog can move in this lane. So just playing kind of a generic stats game. They got the expected outcome again, which is great. I did not want this thing to get anchored. And so now, my opponent's going to have a full reserve, and they're going to have to throw something away. I could actually move here by playing the Ordis Spy. Now that's interesting because I'm not hitting any great sabotage targets, but, and also I'm not getting card advantage because this thing's about to be full anyways. Yeah, I want to play the frog. I want to save the spy for when my opponent chooses what they want to keep, and then I can get rid of something knowing that it's like their favorite thing. Okay, so I am a step ahead. I am not a card ahead. I'm actually a card behind, even after they throw something away, just because they've used fewer cards. They've only played 1 card per turn, whereas I've played 2 cards this turn. And then the resupply from Esmeralda gave it their card back. They actually threw away Esmeralda. Okay, so I might get rid of this because I don't really want them to have a 50-50 shot of sabotaging. We got Mr. Rat, which is great. Gatekeeper. These are all great cards. I don't really want to get rid of anything, so the question is, what am I doing this turn for 5 mana? And I guess it's Frog plus Spy. So I think I'll get rid of the Gatekeeper, because I do like to keep the 1-drop here. And coming out of the supply, it's a 3-drop, so it's fine. Plus, the fact that it makes 2 tokens lets it turn on Kakoba and work pretty well with charge. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is make an annoying move. We're just going to play the Spy here, and we're going to get rid of the creature that's in their supply. So that means that they're forced to play a creature from hand. I'm making this play just to kind of have information about what they're doing before I make my own commitments. Like, are they going to play a 2-drop so they can load it up with dice? Or are they playing a 3-drop, in which case this die is out of commission? Where are they playing their 2-drop or 3-drop? Especially the 2-drop, that means I know which lane is going to get piled with dice, potentially. Okay, they're playing a 3-drop. So they're again kind of gambling on expected outcome to make sure they actually block me from moving. Now, that is interesting because I think I'm going to make the annoying play again. We'll just put the Ordis Trooper here. So now, even if they get the token on this, I still move, and they move. And that's fine with me because I want to see, are you actually going to do something to stop me from moving here? And the answer is no, although you are going to move with that forest. So that's actually fine. It's a weird situation where we both move in both lanes. Main thing I hope is no 6s. I don't want anything to get anchored. I want these things both to go to their supply. Oh man, if that had been a 6, that would have been very, very sad. As it is, the token does literally nothing, and they're going to fill up their supply and throw a card away. So we're going to now be equal on card advantage, except that I am, you know... Oh my god, I forgot. I'm not moving. What am I talking about? I'm not moving here because this is a forest only. Oops, I needed it to be in a desert spot, and I don't have desert here. So my opponent actually caught up. So I am now not a step ahead like I used to be. I used to be a step ahead, and I am no longer. Let's see, do I like my position or not? Well, I don't have any landmarks, which is a big source of Ordis' strength, but I am at least keeping fine on cards. We got Kakoba here. That's an obvious keep. The main issue is my opponent can kind of trump Kakoba with this. I mean, obviously it would need to be a high roll. If this just rolls a 1 or a 2, it's kind of a nothing. But it'd be nice if I could play Kakoba after my opponent plays all in. Now, I can because I've got 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop. That works just fine. So I think we're getting rid of the cadets. Because you might think, well, but Boris, this can be used next turn to turn on Kakoba from the reserve. That's true, but Ratatoskr can also turn on Kakoba, so I'm not super worried about that. So yeah, we're going to get rid of that. I'm not going to stop making mana at this point, obviously. I don't want to play cadets and Rat and Kakoba, because then, of course, my reserve fills up to hell. I have to use my reserve cards to avoid falling behind. It's going to be a problem if I fall behind. Okay, do you do anything? No, it's just a 3/0, 2 for 2. Okay. Very strong card against me, who has to move in the forest, getting 3 energy here. All right, so let's see if they roll well or not. They did, unfortunately. Is this the rare version? No, just a 2/2 for 2. Okay, well, here, I think I am gonna wait. I'm gonna let them think they have this lane and drop Kakoba into it. So what I'm gonna do here is play the frog there. So I'm getting my own 3 forest. And this thing is a 3/0 2, so it's not moving. even if they get a token on it, it's still not actually moving because of... Oh, no, I'm wrong. It is moving because of the 0 desert. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play the rat. That way, if they get the token on this card, they don't move. The 1 on desert on my rat stops them from moving. This does mean that if I'm playing the rat and Kokoba, that I am going to have a full supply. All right, so they got the high roll again. This is the rare version of it. Okay. Yeah, it's an awkward situation, unfortunately. Kokoba doesn't really accomplish much because they're moving here. I mean, okay, I can put Kokoba here and move with him. But the issue is that why would I do that when I can just play my Ordis Spy here? It's just a flat 2/2/2. Oh, because they still haven't committed their... Oh, they haven't committed their roll. Because if they roll on this and it becomes a 3/3/3, they block. We block here, but then they move here, and I don't move here. So to stay equal, I need to play Kokoba here or here. I mean, anywhere will do. Either one to stop them from moving while moving myself. So where do I want to move more? I guess the forest zone. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, this power was quite effective here, holding it back. I could have taken, 1/3 chance that this thing rolls a 1 or a 6 and tried to move here with just my 2/2/2, but that felt weak. So it sucks that they got 50-50 on both of these, but hey, that's the Lyra way. I can't begrudge them that. They got a 6, which is extremely frustrating because that means that this thing sticks around. That was the worst possible outcome. Oh, man. Okay, you know what? It's fair. Ordis is overpowered, and in this game, we're just getting beaten by the dice. They win all their high rolls. They got a 6, stopping their reserve from filling up. So now I have an empty hand. They have an empty hand, but they have a 3/3/3 on the board. If this had been in reserve, they would have had to throw something away, and I would have actually been okay. Okay, so I think the easy move here is... Well, it's actually not an easy move at all, is it? So this turn, what I'm playing is Rat and Kokoba. So neither of these cards is getting played this turn. And then next turn, am I really playing this when the game is this close? I think I have to just throw that away, and maybe I'll charge next turn. I am kind of getting rid of my supply here. All right, well, this is risky, of course, because I might get sabotaged. And then, of course, I just lose the game. So I'm trying to win this lane, or at least pressure it really, really hard, and then use Kokoba to kind of solo the other lane. This is still only just a 4/4/4, so it's actually not going to win this lane. Ah, the high roll again. Okay, well, what are you going to do? Hope for the best. Yeah, because my opponent has a lot of mana left over. This thing coming out of the reserve is pretty good. Okay, so they're rolling a die. They've rolled the expected outcome. Interesting that they chose to do it here instead of tying me here. So they must have plans over here, and that is Esmeralda. Very interesting. Oh, right, because they still have mana left over to play. I'm not moving here on this forest because they still get to do stuff. Send to reserve target character. Oh, that's not good. Oh, man, that was a very strong Esmeralda. They could just pay the 4 to off my Kokoba. Then we each move once. Well, I guess it's not that impressive. But and then again, they can't really do anything that's that impressive. They can just basically win 1 and have me win 1. As far as I can tell. Oh, no, I'm wrong. They win the game, right? Because they got 5s here, beating my non-rare Kokoba. So they're already moving here off of water. All they have to do is win here, and they win the game because they move twice. I move once. I stop short while their characters meet. Yes, my opponent beat me with dice. Ah, that is unfortunate. But, if I'm going to lose, I might as well lose with Ordis. It feels, like you're contributing to the karma reserves of the world when you lose with Ordis. Yeah, so there's just the winning play here. All you have to do is actually get rid of one of these things. Oh, wait, no, wait, what? Hold on, wait. Oh, no, this is the die roll. Right? I thought they were playing the removal. Okay, yeah. So that they win in both lanes. I win in only one lane. So it is not a tie break. They just win. And that, as they say, is that. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe. I will see you again soon for one last game, unless there's an outcry of despair, with Ysmir to wrap up this series. Take care, everybody. It's been fun.